Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I fooled you. You thought I was sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. That's how good of an actor I am. Call me. Call my agent. I don't have one. We
Sign
are.
me up.
Welcome back to the show. We just had Dr. David Friedman on talking about his testing device. And earlier we had Michael Mooney on talking about his
With,
Super Nutrition USA.
So you get sick, you see Dr. David. You want to be healthy, you see Dr. Professor Mooney or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll just call him the professor.
Yeah.
Well, we're back. We're going to finish up our show. We're going to wrap up. We got about 15 minutes left.
Yes.
So, Avi,
Yes, sir.
I want to hear about these fingerprint stealing bastards.
Yes, but when Sony got hacked, everybody, they got into the system and this and that, which is true. But they don't need to get into the system. They can take a picture of your hand from any ordinary picture, and guess what? They can replicate your fingerprints and get into your Apple Pay or your iPhone or. So I thought at one time, if you have the Apple Pay, you're safe.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing is safe these days. If it's on a computer, it's not safe anymore.
That's it. That's it.
So, but let's clarify a little bit.
Yeah.
So this Prime Minister Germany, something like that?
some government official in Germany.
Yeah.
She was giving a speech,
And she went like this.
yes, and somebody took the picture, zoomed to her fingerprints, and replicated them with a copy. Then made some kind of a mold and put it on the iPhone and opened the iPhone with her fingerprints.
That's the biggest load of crap I ever heard.
No,
That's like some secret
TV.
spy Mission Impossible stuff.
They showed it on TV, and the guy said, we thought that it's safe. The only safe, it's a retina, what we have in here.
The retina scanner?
The scanning, because it's difficult to replicate the veins in your and the eyes.
Well, I think if there's one thing that we have learned over the last few years with all of this,
Yeah.
Easy Pay, you have the near field communication,
Yeah.
Apple Pay, thumbprint scan. Stop putting stuff on your phones.
Yes, especially stuff that
They're gonna get your credit cards. They're gonna get those naked pictures you
Yeah.
thought nobody would see.
Yeah.
They're gonna get all of your information.
the Pentagon spends billions of dollars to keep things secure, and they get hacked hundreds of millions of times a day.
Yeah.
And they have the biggest, baddest system on the planet. So you think with your weak ass password you got to protect. If they want you, they got you.
But it's password with a capital P.
Yes.
No, wrong, wrong.
Or password 123.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, look, if it's on your phone, it's you might as well. Look at Target.
Yeah.
The guy swiped a fake credit card into their machine and got everybody's credit card numbers.
Yep.
You're never nothing's safe. And I saw a thing where this guy showed how you could. There's a FLIR infrared attachment you can get for like, the iPhone, and
you go after somebody keyed in there,
and
and you see the heat.
the heat on the pin number.
Yeah, from the
And
finger.
and that's it. You got it.
And you get their code.
Look,
So,
don't be an idiot.
yep.
Stop being idiots, people. My God, quit it.
Don't
okay?
believe it. If it's
Don't believe it's secure.
digitized, it's not secure.
It's your whole life is insecure.
Yes.
I'm insecure right now.
That's beside the point.
So yeah, that's our what is it? Public service announcement.
Yes.
Stop putting stuff on your phone and on your cloud that you don't want people to find because
If
it's
you
gonna
don't
come
want
out.
it found, don't put it on the
Yeah.
cloud or on any electronic device.
Yeah.
That's it. And then today starts the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. They don't want you to call it CES. They want you to call it International CES.
Oh.
Yes, international. However, the biggest things there, it's 4K television and what have you, but don't go rush to buy them. They said the specs on it is not defined yet till the end of the year.
Yeah.
But more importantly, a lot of home automation. Guess what? If it's automated, it's going to
gonna
be
get
Wi-Fi.
hacked, yeah.
The guy sits on the outside, can pick all your codes and all
Exactly.
your files.
Well, that's what I saw. We were talking about, I think, the garage door opener, smart garage door opener, open and close from anywhere.
Yep.
I don't care what password you have on it; it's hackable.
Yep. Yep. And you don't need much. I mean, they showed it over and over. A guy with a laptop knows what he's doing, can sit outside your house and pick up your Wi-Fi signal for every device you have in your home.
Yeah.
They are actually, Even the smart cars that they have, autonomous cars,
Yeah.
can be hacked.
Oh,
Your car
Jesus.
today can be hacked because it has some electronics in it, and somebody can drive next to you and take control of your car, make your gauge look like it's on empty,
Yeah.
or may change the speed because
Stop
they are
telling people
digital.
they can do that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think they knew they could do that.
They showed it on TV. The guy was driving next door, and the guy
Oh,
sitting there
God.
driving 30 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and his speedometer showing 100 miles an hour. Then he was driving 50, and the speedometer showing 0. And then they showed the gas tank was full. It showed it empty, with the guy sitting in the other car hacking into it and changing the information on it. So
That's insanity.
yep. So
Be careful, people. My God, we're a society that relies heavily on electronics and fast information and digital information. It's coming back to bite us.
North Korea is not stupid.
Yeah.
No, they don't have electricity.
Well, they are stupid.
They are, but they are smarter than us. There's nothing to hack there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think that's by choice of the people, though.
No.
Speaking of North Korea,
Yes.
did you watch the interview?
Yes, it took us like about 4 hours because we watched it on Xbox, and that night they hacked the Xbox.
Oh,
and-
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you
man.
can-
Yeah, you can hack it back to the hacking. You can hack anything. What did you think of the movie?
It's stupid.
Of
It's
course.
fun.
Well, yeah.
It's funny, but
yeah.
that's the idea behind it.
Exactly.
But these people are morons. It's the same thing like in the Middle East. You can make fun of the prophet.
Yeah,
They
Muhammad.
go the same weird,
Yeah.
crazy on you.
Yeah.
When you just say one word,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be derogatory or anything.
Yeah.
They freak out. And that's the same thing. They idolize this guy like he's God.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the information that we're talking in the movie, that's what the people believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He said,
Literally.
you're telling me my man doesn't pee or poo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they believe that, for real. But,
He has a reverse osmosis system.
yeah. So, yeah, I watched it too. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining until
Yeah.
about, like with all those movies, like what was the other one they did where it was the end of the world? This is it, or this is the end. Something. Anyways, there was one where they were at the end of the world, and it was funny too until the action starts picking up and they start doing that stuff. Then it's kind of like it's not as funny anymore, and the movie loses some of its flavor. But I don't know what the North Koreans or what Kim Jong-un was so mad about. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. It was.
Well, he didn't, because it was about him, how stupid he was.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't make the Americans look that much smarter. So I thought it was. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I think. Great marketing technique.
Don't go
from
see
Sony.
it. Download it. It's
Yeah,
cheaper. So if you
download
have
it,
3-4 people for $5, it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was available on iTunes the first day.
iTunes, Xbox, PlayStation, even on YouTube and Google Play. So it was widely available.
Yeah.
But in the first day, we watched it the first day. That's when they hacked the Xbox and the PlayStation. And the show will start, and 10 minutes later, it starts
My cousin
buffering.
got a PlayStation 4 for his children.
And he couldn't.
As soon as I went to go set it up for the whole day, it was like you couldn't set it up.
Yeah.
But it got resolved.
Yeah.
But you know who should have been watching the interview?
Who?
The people in Abu Dhabi who had to sit for 12. They could have played that for
28
them.
Yeah.
12 hours
On the plane.
on the plane on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Because the airport was too crowded.
And they kept telling them they're going to leave shortly. They kept.
Oh, well,
announcing
that's what they
it.
say.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to leave in 15 minutes. They
Yeah.
did it to us because we were about an hour late leaving Seattle to fly into Juneau.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, I went to Alaska to visit family this holiday season.
And to shoot bison.
I didn't shoot a bison. I just helped unload the meat. 512 pounds of bison
meat.
Oh, man, that stuff is delicious, too.
I heard you got half of it in your house.
No, I got 2 things of bison hamburger. And it's so good. But a bunch of fish. I'll bring you some fish tomorrow. But yeah, so 12 hours, and they kept putting them off, saying that they couldn't. And the stewardesses or the flight attendants, are arguing with the passengers.
Yep.
The passengers are arguing with the flight attendants, and I mean, I can just
No
imagine
food,
them
no water, nothing.
for 12
Yeah.
hours. Airlines, they just do whatever the hell they want.
Well, they don't have the rules we have in our country. If they left you in the plane here for longer than 2 hours, they have to take you back, or they will be fined.
Well, it wasn't always like that. Remember a few
Yeah.
years ago
Yeah.
we had the same problem here.
Yeah, JetBlue, they left the people for like 10 hours or whatever.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
The
sitting in
smell, And they sometimes when they're just sitting there, they don't turn the air on, so it gets hot as hell. Oh man, I couldn't do it. And more travel-related news from this holiday season.
Yes.
Air Asia crashed. They believe it crashed, just disappeared.
Weather.
Yeah,
Not
weather.
disappear, but weather. They think more and more it's
Took
weather.
it down.
Yeah, it's the same thing what happened probably to Air France a couple of years back. And the poor pilot, he asked to change route or go higher, and they denied that. And literally right after that,
they went down.
Yeah, and there, the monsoon and all this, the weather pattern changes so fast. They said that certain level, the temperature was like 120 below zero from the downdraft coming down. So some equipment, and then it could be wind shear, and where the wind direction changes, first you have the updraft and then downdraft. And if you get caught in it, it will push you all the way down.
Yeah, you're done. I mean, you'd be lucky to pull out of that.
So it's unlike the Malaysian Air Flight 370. This one actually...
weather, not operator.
It wasn't the guy took a ride and left it on autopilot.
Yeah, I was reading though that there were like 40 people from the same Christian church. On the plane.
Yeah,
they said there was no reason for all of them to be on the plane together.
And they went on vacation
together.
They were going on vacation.
And then there was another crash, a small aircraft crash here in America.
Kentucky. And
a 7-year-old girl survived.
Yep.
Walked through the dark, cold woods in the middle of the night.
3/4 mile, total darkness in
Barefoot.
wooded area, barefoot,
Yeah.
and almost freezing temperature.
It sounds like one of those stories your grandfather tells you, when you complain about something, he says, "Oh, I walked uphill both ways to school in, neck deep snow."
Yeah.
But this girl, I mean, that's one of the most injured,
Yeah.
broken wrist.
Yep.
7 years old. I know, 30-year-old men who would have a broken finger
and they won't even
play basketball for $1 million.
Yeah.
And this 7-year-old girl with a broken wrist.
Yeah, and to have the consciousness to walk toward the lights, because if she walked any other direction, she will be still walking.
That's a smart girl.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she lost her parents in that crash.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did a great job because she
I
survived.
guess the father was a pilot instructor, and he was training them and explaining to them and what have you. And when the plane flipped, for some reason, her door or where she was able to crawl out and walk. And I don't know how, in the total darkness, to look and see the light 3/4 mile and just walk through it with a ditch and all the obstacles.
I mean, that's an that is an incredible story.
Yes.
I mean, that's like movie type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unheard of, I mean, we had a couple years ago the guy who landed in the New York River or whatever.
Yeah, Solly Sullenberger.
He landed the plane on the water, which was like unheard of, even though they tell you, get your life preserved.
Yeah.
But now for this girl, 7 years old, probably just had the most traumatic experience of her life.
Yeah. And
to make it and be able to take people back to the crash. It's just
unbelievable story. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't believe in angels and this and that. And if the angels were there, why they let go of the family, the rest of the family? Yeah. But I think her determination and will to live and to focus that there is a light and I have to get to it. That's amazing.
I mean, at a certain point, survival instincts kick in.
Yes. And
but she's 7.
Yeah. Well, even 7. I mean, when your life is in a jeopardy or you're in fight or flight mode, you don't think. Yeah. And you just go.
She's a tough little girl because she went right into fight mode.
Yeah.
A lot of kids would curl up and cry.
Yeah.
But she.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I can't wait to see that movie.
Okay.
I cannot wait to see that. It's going to be a movie. I'm telling you. I'm going on record right now. It's going to be a movie. How could it not be? And if it's not, I'm going to make it. And I'll make it a movie. Well, we'd like to thank everybody that we're at the end of the show, Avi.
Yes.
We'd like to thank our guests that we had on today, Michael Mooney, Dr. David Friedman.
Yes.
We'd like to thank OC Digital Studio for allowing us to come in and do another fantastic show with their great crew.
And Miera is coming up with a new show, Pacific.
Oh, yeah. Keep an eye out for that.
Pacific.
Miera, our coordinator here, who does an awesome job, kicks butt every day like it's her last day on Earth. She is going to have her own show called
Pacific Spotlight.
Pacific Spotlight. She's going to go around to places here in Orange County, businesses and locations.
Entertainment places,
Entertainment,
fashion.
restaurants.
Yeah. And highlight those places so you can have the places to go, places to be with, and shop and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's basically like, she's going to be the Robin Leach of Orange County. I
That's
don't know
it.
if you guys remember who Robin Leach is, but Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That's going to be Mira.
whatever.
Champagne Wishes and Caviar Dreams.
That's it.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. I'd like to thank our crew.
Yes.
Alec, Greg.
Yes.
Miera's in there right now, helping
Carl.
out. Carl, as always. And, again, if you have any issues with the audio, contact
Avi.
Steven. Okay? All right, guys. Well, that's it for the show. Avi, great show as always. Thank you to our guests. OCDigital.com, and you can check us out, YouTube and Facebook and iTunes.
OCDigitalStudio.com.
OCDigitalStudio.com, and we'll be on Plug-In Pod TV.
Yep.
See you later. Peace out.
Okay.